Okay, now we're going to work on some slide playing in open D tuning. We're going to start off with the first string, and we're going to use the same scale that we used before in the open D lesson. So again, that scale is the dominant 7 scale. First string open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret. Now what I'm going to do with my slide is I'm going to slide in between each 2 notes of the scale. So just to review, there's some things about slide you've got to remember. One thing is, if we're playing the first string, we want to keep our slide down, low, not up high like this. It's harder to direct. Also, you want your slide, when it comes to rest, to be over the fret, not in between the fret. If you remember, when we fingered a note, say at the 5th fret, I can move my first finger, or move this finger around, all within that fret, and I get the same note. But if I take my slide, you get like 4 or 5 different microtones in between the fret. So it's important. Intonation is very important. If I'm sliding between the 2nd and 4th fret, I'm coming right up to the 4th fret, the fret marker right there, that metal piece. Okay? You want to keep the slide low, keep a dampening finger behind. I usually hold my hand something like this, sort of like a cone, with my first finger resting on the string right behind the slide. And then my thumb's behind the neck. So I've got 3 points of contact: the slide, the damping finger, and my thumb behind the neck. So let's go up the scale. I'm going to play the first string open. Can't really slide that well between 0 and 2, so then I'll go to 2 with the slide and slide up to 4. 4 to 5, 5 to 7, 7 to 9, 9 to 10, 10 to 12. And just for good measure, let's do it backwards. 12 to 10, 10 to 9, 9 to 7, 7 to 5, 5 to 4, 4 to 2, and open. Okay. Now, when you start to play other strings other than the first string, obviously you don't want your slide tilted out away from the neck, like so. You want it tilted in. And this is where your dampening finger becomes even more important. So I'm going to do a few licks here just around the 12th fret. If I'm playing a shuffle rhythm and I want to play over that D chord, well, I've got some, without getting too theoretical, I can just sort of stick around the 12th fret, go 2 frets down from there, go to the 10th fret, 12th fret, and then up to the 15th fret. So this is the root, the flatted 7th, root, minor 3rd. So I could stay there and I could play that over all the chords in the progression, over the G chord and the A chord, or I can follow those chords and use the same idea. If I go to the 5th fret for my G chord, I can play the notes right there, and then I can think 2 frets down or 3 frets up. Same thing with the A chord, 7th fret. There's the 7th fret, and I can think 2 frets down or 3 frets up. and that should get you started on playing some licks and solo ideas in open D tuning over the shuffle rhythm. There's a little exercise, 4-bar exercise, where you combine your slide with a dead thumb bass. The dead thumb is playing the 6th string, and we're going to play a slide lick on top of that. This is called the first open D bass riff. It goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4.